Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different from what I normally post on this channel, but it was actually requested that I do this in a few videos, and I also just kind of wanted to because what I'm going to be talking about is sort of, well, very relevant to YouTube, and I know there are a lot of fellow content creators who watch this channel. So I'm actually going to be talking about a movie that I recently saw. It's pretty old now actually, but I didn't realize it was out on Netflix. It's called Please Subscribe. And this movie is all about YouTube, as you would imagine from the title. And I thought it was overall really well done, and I found it fascinating personally as somebody who is a content creator and also somebody who just likes films like this that are kind of about different subcultures and different occupations and things like that. I love movies like that. I actually just watched a documentary on like webcam girls, like girls who take their clothes off on webcams, which I have no intention of doing. I don't know anyone who does that, but I found it so fascinating. So I love watching movies that are kind of like about different things. So basically the film follows, like, I think it's 8 or 9 content creators, and it just follows them through their daily life, and kind of they talk about, you know, why they started and what their goals are with YouTube, and, you know, what YouTube's done for them, and blah, blah, blah. It follows traditional documentary style really, really well. So I don't have any complaints about that. I also think that it was very aesthetically pleasing. Like, it was shot really, really well. Like, the sound was good, the editing was good, the visuals were good, like everything was really good and crisp and clear, so I really appreciated that. What I will say is I found it a little strange, his choice of subjects for the documentary. I guess maybe that's just, I don't know, maybe that's just me because I make videos and things like that, but I actually only knew of 2 of them, I believe, which were Wheezy Waiter, I think is his name. Wheezy Waiter, I don't watch his videos, but I know who that is. And Grace from the Daily Grace. The other people I wasn't familiar with, and I'm not saying that I wanted to be familiar with all of them, because I think that's what made it really cool, is that, you know, I was like, oh, I should check that person's channel out, or, you know, it's always nice to get kind of like a different view of things. But I did find it weird that there was nobody from certain categories, I guess. Like, I feel like all of the people were pretty much comedy or like music and animation kind of thing. There wasn't really anybody from some of the other communities. I guess there was a gamer, now that I think about it. There was a gamer. Okay, so I guess I'll just be honest. I wish there was somebody from the beauty or fashion community, because I do feel like that is a really big community on YouTube. Something not the biggest, and you know, it's kind of not really what YouTube's known for, but I think it would have been cool if there was at least one person. Like, look at Bethany Moda, she's on Dancing with the Stars. There's the Fowler sisters that, you know, have like cell phone case lines and everything. And I thought that would be really cool. In addition to that, just the diversity in general wasn't really great. I think there was only 2 females and I think only 1 person of color, and I just don't think that's really representative of YouTube. Maybe I'm saying that because I am from the beauty, you know, community, I guess, so I do see so many women and so many minorities and things like that, but I don't know, maybe the rest of YouTube really is run by men, white men, but I don't think it is. And I think it would have been cool if there was just a little bit more diversity, both in like the content that the people created, and also in just the people themselves, because I know that they're out there. I also thought it was interesting that pretty much all of the creators shown were big career YouTubers. Like, I don't even know, I think the smallest one was like, I don't know, 100,000 subscribers or something. I could be wrong. I don't know. They showed their subscriber count at the beginning, but it was definitely not, you know, 5,000 or 10,000. It was like in the 50 to 100s. And they, you know, that was their job. And I thought that was really cool that they showed it as a kind of monetization, career platform kind of thing. But I thought that what would have been really cool is if they actually showed kind of all levels. So like somebody, you know, like myself, who works part-time and does YouTube part-time, somebody who works full-time and does YouTube very part-time, or, you know, and then go up to the full-time YouTubers, because I think that YouTube is, you know, it's not a career for everybody. YouTube is not my career, definitely not, and I don't really have any intention of making it my career. It is a nice, you know, pocket change, like, you know, extra couple dollars in my wallet. but it's definitely not a career. But at the same time, I wouldn't want anyone to tell me that I'm not a YouTuber or that I don't take it seriously. So I think that it would be interesting to kind of explore the different perspectives, and I don't think it really dove into that at all. And I'm not really sure what the director's experience with YouTube is. I know he has a channel, but I don't know if he started it, you know, just for promotion for his films or what. But I feel like it was very much looked at as a business thing and not so much as like something that people loved. And that kind of made me a little bit sad. But overall, I did really, like I said, I thought it was really well done. And, you know, I thought it was really interesting to hear the stories that these people had about how much YouTube has changed them and how scared they are for it to go. Speaking of that, this kind of moves away from the film a little bit, but I did just want to bring this up, and I'm sorry if the sound just changed, my heat kicked on. I'm going to have to get used to that for filming in the winter now. But one thing that I thought was really interesting that is always brought up when I tell people about blogging and about YouTube is, well, do you think YouTube's ever going to go away? And I don't know why, but I almost get like, I don't want to say I get offended, but I almost just get a little, I don't know, I guess you could say offended. I get a little confused about why people say that, because it's kind of like asking somebody like who works at Target, well, do you think Target's ever going to go away? Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I just always think that's strange that's like people's first thing to ask, because it's, yeah, it's a social media platform, and obviously all things do come to an end, I guess, at some point. But I mean, it's a company and it's run by Google. So I mean, I don't know. I guess I feel, what do you guys think about that? Like, what's your take on that? Because I always just think it's so weird. Like, I mean, even Facebook, like everyone's been saying Facebook's dying for so long, but it's still very much, you know, a moneymaker, and it's still very much thriving. So I don't know. I always thought that was kind of weird. And then going off of that too, the more that I've been thinking about my career, which, like I said, it isn't on YouTube, but, you know, part of the things that I do is on YouTube, and I'm definitely thinking about how to build the brand that I want to build on YouTube, if that makes any sense, using it as a marketing tool, not as my full-time income, but as a tool to help my full-time income. And the more and more that I think about it, I'm realizing I kind of really want to work for myself. I really want to freelance. I really want to continue working for myself in my business. And one thing that I find interesting about that is, like, people will always be like, oh, well, you know, that's not really a guaranteed paycheck. And I started thinking about it like this too, because honestly, none of you have a guaranteed paycheck. I don't care if you work, you know, for like a Fortune 500 company, or if you work at the mall, or if you work on YouTube. Nobody really has a guaranteed paycheck. So I always think it's weird that people say that, because businesses go under all the time. People get laid off all the time. People get fired all the time. I've not gotten paid. I've literally worked retail, and one day my paycheck just didn't come, and I worked full time making, you know, like $15 an hour, and I didn't get my paycheck. So I mean, that was really weird, and that company ended up going under. But to the point of what I'm saying is, nobody's paychecks are really ever guaranteed. So the reason that I'm bringing this up is just watching this movie kind of got me thinking about, you know, YouTube, I guess, and how people make money on YouTube, and how people's careers kind of envelop from YouTube. And I know this ended up kind of being a little ranty, but I don't know. I just want to know what you guys think about that. And do you guys think that YouTube will ever end? Do you think it's weird that people ask you that? Do you think that working on YouTube or freelancing is scary compared to like working a 9-to-5? Yeah, those are just some of the questions that the movie raised for me. But overall, I definitely recommend checking it out. If you are a YouTuber, or if you have friends that don't understand what you do, I watched it with my boyfriend. He thought it was really cool. He kind of understood the world that I live in already, but I think it kind of opened his eyes a little bit more to what exactly being a YouTuber is like. So it is on Netflix. If you guys want to check it out, I highly recommend it. And yeah, I don't know. I think that there's definitely room for another YouTube documentary. Maybe I'll make it. Shoot. And yeah, I think there's definitely room, because I think a lot was left out. And I would love to see some of the other subcultures that have developed, and, you know, or not subcultures, sub-communities, I guess, that have developed and continue to grow, and some of the different faces behind YouTube. I would love to see those represented as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think. Make sure to leave it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, but only if you enjoyed it. I'm not bribing you to thumbs this up. If you guys are confused about why I just said that, check out the blog, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!